Hello and welcome to Talk Wargaming, and in this video we're going to be looking at something a little bit different from us, another kit from Victrix, and this time it's going to be the Ju87 G2 Stuka. It's kind of the first kind of air vehicle that we've actually looked at on this this channel, so it's going to be quite interesting. This kit contains 3 of these Stukas in 1/100th scale, 15mm, so they can use them in conjunction with games like Flames of War, for example. This is quite a big box. Let's just flip it over. And we get quite a little bit of a blurb about the aircraft, the history, some of the kind of information about what's in the kit, about the different decals, and kind of some of the well-known fighter racers who piloted these vehicles. So let's open this box and have a look at the sprues inside. So here we have an example of the contents of the box. On the right here we have this kind of assembly guide. On the back we have some information about the decals, and on the other side we have kind of the sprue has been nicely color coded and also kind of labeled as well for quick reference. And in here we get this quite a nice assembly guide, quite quick, 6 steps mainly, involving several different obviously parts within each of those steps. So I've just put that to one side, and here we have the decals, which kind of the cross, which symbolise quite a lot of the German planes. And on the back of the instructions it tells you where you can place these and which ones to use in conjunction with each other. I'll just put this out of the way. This is the flying stand, uses clear acrylic, so we've got the flying base, and we've also got the rods, and we also get this kind of ball and socket action. If you see this kind of cup at the top there, and you place this kind of this ball in there, and you can kind of repose the plane as you see fit. We also get the canopies in there as well. You can just see them there and there. Just put that to one side. So this is the actual the plane sprue itself. Now you get 3 of these sprues in the set, along with 3 of the acrylic sprues as well. It's not too bad. The amount of parts that you get isn't that many. Most of the things are kind of already assembled, which is quite handy for this kind of scale size when you'll be wanting to assemble several of them at once. Plastic is nice, hard plastic, not too flimsy. The wings are a little bit thin at the moment, but once you kind of glue them together they do get a lot stronger. A nice little detailing in the pilots there. It's quite difficult to see from this position, but we'll zoom in a little bit more when we look at the finished model. The parts are all nicely numbered. You get 22 for the cannons at the bottom there. There isn't much in the way of variation, but there wasn't really much in the variation of the plane either. You basically get the option between 2 types of landing gear, this one and this one there. So let's have a look at one of the assembled planes, and I'll kind of talk about how easy it was to assemble as well. So here we have the assembled Stuka, and it roughly took me about 45 minutes to do, and that was probably only because I was being quite particular about removing any mold lines. I did have one little hiccup during the assembly, where I actually glued the wing panels down before I glued the kind of the main body of the plane down, and it kind of prevented me from gluing the body of the plane to the kind of the wings then. Maybe if I followed the instructions a little bit more clear, it might have helped a little bit, but the way the instructions are laid out, they're not kind of step by step necessarily. They kind of give you a bunch of instructions to do at the same time. But apart from that, fairly simple. There's some nice detailing in the panels, as you can see here, in the joins, and it's all kind of faithfully reproduced from the pictures I've seen as well. The plastic's quite sturdy, as you'd expect from kind of thin sections like this. A little bit of a bend to there, but nothing too serious. If I just bring it around in here, there's actually some quite nice detailing on the pilots on the inside there. You can see the faces, and also the rear gunner there. I haven't glued the canopy on yet, as I want to get this painted before I start gluing on that. There's a little bit of kind of a gap here as well, which is unfortunate. It's not too as pronounced at the back, however, just probably a little bit of liquid green stuff or something can fill that in nicely, or something like a milliput anyway. So that was the Stuka. Let's zoom out and get a summary for the kit. So that was the Stuka by Victrix Miniatures, and it's been the first kind of plane kit that I've assembled in a long time. I think the last one I did was an Airfix Spitfire, something like that. It was quite nice to come back to this kind of World War II kind of classic modelling. The kit was nice to assemble. There was a slight little hiccup with the wings, but apart from that, not too bad. That's probably just me not following the instructions properly. I have to say there's quite an excellent value as well for a kit as well. I think it's £25, which is roughly in the region of about $40 for my American viewers. So quite good value for money as well, considering you get 3 planes in this set. As I mentioned at the beginning, excellent use for Flames of War and kind of other plane-based war games as well. I've looked at one of the other kits from Victrix as well, and I'm quite impressed by what I've seen so far from them. The kits are nicely detailed, and they're also fairly priced as well, which is kind of an important aspect when it comes to wargaming, as it's already a very expensive hobby. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, and also hit the subscribe button for any kind of future Victrix or any other kind of wargaming based reviews that we might do in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and goodbye.